We are 3-1 right now, and let's see if we can get our final wins in this Pauper Decathlon event. So it's being a little hard, to be honest, but hopefully we can get there today. We are not too far away, and there we go. We found another opponent, and it's Mr. Quistos. Okay. And yep, I mean, this hand seems pretty good. Opponent's got the sweet looking planes there. What do we want to play here? Probably just a Prowler. I think the Prowler is best now because we want to start attacking with it next turn. Don't really want to keep this guy for blocking because that's the only way he doesn't draw a card. So opponent seems to be on mono white, but is having a little bit of a slower start. So now we can go Epicure plus Infiltrator, and next turn we can sacrifice the Epicure to the Awakener. Seems pretty good for us. We already got a bunch of creatures out. The opponent still hasn't played a single card. Okay, there we go. They got Qatar's Commando. That's an interesting one that I haven't seen before. Definitely a strong card. Okay. I kind of feel like the opponent has another removal spell, which is less than ideal for sure. So let's just attack all, I think, instead of actually pump or sacrificing the Epicure to the Awakener. I mean, it could be just the thing that they get to sack to destroy the clue. Let's try it, I mean. Should we? I mean, this trade is not the worst, to be honest. Yeah, let's let it go. It's fine. Just gonna let it go. Okay, so the opponent has a trick. They are giving that indestructible. Well, now I want to sack. Because now I don't think they have a removal spell. So we might as well keep our Awakener alive as a 4/4. While drawing a card in the process. Okay, so now we got our Demon and we got a Prowler, which are both really good attackers. Opponent's got Priest, that's fine. Opponent's already down to 14. And we are going to attack them for 6, which is not that little. So they might want to trade with the Prowler or something. Okay, so they are willing to trade and give us a card, which is definitely fine by me. Does the opponent have some kind of trick here, is the question. Okay, there we go. So we hit them for 4, draw a card. Let's see what we get. And it's a Voltage Surge. That's pretty good, actually. So now I think we just play... Actually, we could play all 3 of our creatures if we wanted to play the mountain as well. Which does not seem like the worst. Oh, actually we can, because we don't have triple black. So in that case, I think we just go Body Dropper and Infiltrator, probably. And we're gonna keep the mountain in hand to cycle with this blood token. Unless we actually need to sack the blood token to Voltage Surge to kill, like, the Griffin or something like that. Guess we'll figure it out in a second. Okay. Opponents got more priests. That's fine. They are just passing. Blood Fountain's a really good card here. So I think we play Blood Fountain. The opponent can crack our Blood Fountain with the Qatar's Commando, but we have enough mana to activate it to draw cards, so, or to bring back 2 creatures. I think we're good here. We can attack them for 4. We are definitely fine with trading both for just our demon here. Yeah. It's perfect. And now I think we just pass and activate our Blood Fountain here to bring back Prowler and Awakener. Opponent's got the 3rd Priest. That's okay. Okay, so let's crack this. Bring back Prowler and Awakener. Put a counter on the Infiltrator, and now they kill it. Okay. That is sort of fine. I guess we can go Awakener, Prowler, and actually use this to sack, draw 2, transform, put a counter there, and we can attack. Okay, so opponent's down to 9. That is fine. They get to cycle one of their cards. Probably just the plains, I assume. Oh, actually, no. They got a 4/4. Okay. Can kill that with... Woo! Jesus, bless me. We can kill this with the Voltage Surge. So let's just do that. And now I think we can attack with both. If they want to trade their Informant for the Body Dropper, that's kind of fine. Could also just play the Awakener to be able to sack to the Body Dropper. If they just block with the Raffine's Informant, I think we sack. Yeah, so we're gonna sack here. The opponent's down to 5. Now we get to cycle one of our lands. Probably just a swamp at this point. Opponents still got plenty of gas. I mean, they still have the Griff. They got the Phantom, and they still got 2 cards in hand. So let's see if we can actually close the game in a timely manner before they can get back. Voltage Surge is nice, and Dispute is not bad. So now if the opponent wants to like triple block one of our creatures, we get to Voltage Surge. They just chump one. I mean, sure. They probably have removal for Body Dropper then, if this is the block they're doing. Yeah, so now we get to Dispute. So they gain 1, but we play an Epicure, so they take 1, go back down to 5. And we also have a Prowler. And now we just pass. We get to cycle this Theater. Okay, another 4/4. That's okay. Can kill that with the Surge again. Okay, so let's start by cycling our lands. See what we get. Just another land. And now we get to kill the Phalanx. And Blood Fountain is absolutely perfect here. That's a really good draw. So we are attacking for lethal, so they can't really take this. They gotta do something. Okay, they want to do full trades, which is definitely fine. We are going to draw some cards, or one card, kill their old board. Let's see what we get. The opponent's down to absolutely nothing. So hopefully we are able to grind them out here, especially that now that we got a Blood Fountain. Okay, there we go. Opponent gains a couple life back. We draw a card. Now we play Blood Fountain. Let's see. What do we want to get back? Probably just a couple Prowlers, since we already have the Awakener in hand. Could also bring back the Body Dropper, because that dude can get some menace. Or we could just get another Awakener to make another 4/4 by sacking the Prowler and the Epicure. That also seems fine, right? Let's do that. And I think we play double Awakener here, because that means we have lethal if they draw land. So the opponent just passes. So let's sack this. And actually, we don't have lethal because I did not play this land. And now we're missing 1 mana to play Prowler and activate this, which is a little annoying, but should be fine. I was keeping the land to cycle with the blood token, but yeah, we missed lethal because I didn't play this land. Still got there in the end, though. We were far ahead enough that did not matter. So this was the 4-1. Okay, and our next opponent's Mr. Achi. Hopefully we can get our 5th win here. And this hand seems pretty fine. With 4 1-drops and a Deadly Dispute. Seems okay. So let's keep this. Okay, so we can start with Ghast. We are playing against monowhite again, so Shambling Ghast are going to be amazing. They're gonna kill 2 creatures most of the time. Unfortunately, we got a tap land for next turn, so we probably just have to play another Shambling Ghast, which is not terrible, but it would be nice to double spell since we got all these 1-drops. So the opponent's considering attacking there? Okay, they don't. I also don't think we attack with our Shambling Ghast. I think we are better off just keeping them for defense. So next turn we're probably going to play an Infiltrator, maybe the Deadly Dispute if we really want to hit our land drop and we don't get it off the top. Okay, we do get a land, so in that case we can play our Infiltrator and just pass the turn. The Infiltrator can get really big really fast, so that's definitely a threat that our opponent needs to deal with. Just like we need to deal with these unicorns. And unfortunately we only have one removal spell right now. Epicure. Huh. So I think we should dispute now. See if we can find something to deal with the second unicorn. Okay, so we don't have it yet. So in that case, I think we're just better off playing an Epicure and passing the turn. I mean, there's really no point in just killing one of the unicorns. We could play the Body Dropper, sacking the treasure to put this up to a 4/3, which would be able to block all their creatures except for the priest. So yeah, maybe that's good. Let's do that so that our opponent's attacks are a little worse. So yeah, they can only really attack with their 3/2, and they spend their whole turn to just deal us 3 damage, pretty much. So what do we want to do now? I guess we just go like Epicure. I think we just play all our cards here. Do we want to hold the swamp to cycle? Probably yes. I think that's fine. We can Voltage Surge, killing the unicorn. We can also sack the blood token to pump the Infiltrator. So yeah, that seems good. Let's just pass the turn. Okay, opponent's got another priest. That's fine. That also means they're not able to attack this turn. And actually, I'm just gonna cycle here instead of killing one of the unicorns. See if you can actually get some answers to the second one. And we don't yet. I guess we can do the Awakener thing now. Sacking an Epicure. Another Body Dropper. And I think it might be time to attack now. I think this is pretty fine. Let's attack them for 10. So the opponent's just going to chomp, that's fine. And now we could just have a Voltage Surge up, but I think we would rather have the Epicure out. And at this point, I think I'm gonna play the land too. So the opponent has the choice to, oh, they just pass. So now they're leaving up removal spells. So maybe now we don't want to attack. Or at least we don't want to attack with our Infiltrator. Yet. So now we just attack with the 4/4. If they want to use their removal spell on that, I think that's fine. And they do. So now we can sack. Get a bunch of counters and pass the turn. So we are starting to develop some real threats here. And we finally find the second Bolt Surge. So I think now we attack with all of these. See what the opponent wants to do. Let's see if they got the second removal spell for the Infiltrator or not. Okay, definitely they do have the removal spell. If they're not going to block the bigger one. This seems pretty fine to me, sure. So opponent's gonna use the removal, and now we can sack that. And I can use one Voltage Surge to kill one of these to keep our Body Dropper alive. And we are making it so that our opponent's board is just getting smaller and smaller, and our creatures are getting bigger and bigger. Which is definitely good for us. The opponent already used 2 of their removal spells. Okay. I think now we just sack a Shambling Ghast. Start killing some creatures as well on the other side of the board. I think we start with this one because this one gains life. Don't really want them to have that. Now we can attack them again. These body droppers are definitely bringing the pressure up to our opponent. Oh, they're just chomping with a unicorn? That's great for us, okay. So the unicorns definitely get a lot worse when our opponent's board is smaller. So I think that chump block makes a little bit of sense, especially because they don't need to. But we do have the removal spell for the second one. So that's very good for us. It would be absolutely fantastic to draw an End the Festivities. We do play a couple of those cards. Let's just go to our turn. So we could play the swamp and cycle this station, but I think we just cycle the swamp right away with a blood token. See what we get. Because if we get something like End the Festivities, we just want to cast that before combat. Dispute is also fine. So we are just going to keep attacking with body droppers. Opponent doesn't really have any great attacks as long as we can sack a Shambling Ghast. So now we can just... We don't even need to sack the Shambling Ghast here. We can just sack like an Epicure to put some counters there. So this goes up to a 7/7, so it doesn't die to a couple 3/1s. Do they have another retribution? Humiliation. I mean, that's fine-ish. So that deals 5, and then it's like a 3-for-1. I guess that's okay. Just gonna let that go. So we are still ahead. The opponent is trying to pull through, but we are definitely still ahead of this game. Interesting. I think it's time to voltage surge away the unicorn. So now they get to gain a life draw card. So they're still at 19 even after all this, but we've went through a lot already. And we are still pulling ahead for a little bit. Okay. So now we can attack with Prowler and Dropper. Opponent just chumps. Okay. And I think I'm playing this Bloodfell Caves and probably just sacking these lands. To draw a card. Another body dropper is great. And another station is also fine. So I think we play this pre-combat because we might want to sack something. And then we get another counter on this. And now we attack Prowler Dropper. Opponent keeps on chumping. That's a weird block. I don't know what's going on. Maybe they have another Patriarchs. Okay, that makes sense. So that's 7 damage. Can't really save the dropper, unfortunately. Actually, we can. So we're going to. Can just sack the Shambling Ghast. Kill that. Okay. Looking good here. Bonus down to pretty much nothing. That's fine. Once again, it seems like we're going to be able to outgrind the monowhite deck. And we didn't even found any blood fountains this time. Which is like the ultimate grind card of our deck. I think now we attack all. Opponent just takes it. This is 10, 13 damage. Okay. Let's just pass. And that's GG's. We got there once again. This deck is definitely putting up the work against mono white. Okay, so we are now 5-1, 2 games away from completing this decathlon. And I mean, if mono white is everywhere, I think you should be playing red black sacrifice, because it definitely seems like we can outgrind them. I think black having access to cards like Prowler and Blood Fountain is, and even Shambling Ghast, because it's really good in this format against all the X1s. We also get to play End the Festivities, which is another great card in the meta. Synthesizer is another one. I think we're gonna get rid of the synthesizer here though. Even though it's our only card advantage spell. I'm going to assume that we're going to play against another mono white. Yeah, so we want to keep the festivities. Okay, and in here I'm gonna play the Bloodfell Caves instead of the Maestros Theater because we are missing some lands and we want to make sure that we hit our next land drop. Taking the land out of the deck makes that it becomes less likely that we actually draw lands, so... Okay, start with the Ghast. And now we have to play this. Grab a swamp. We are going to need a little bit of help in this match, it seems. We could block to make the treasure. I don't think we want to though. Not yet. I think we can get better value out of our Shambling Ghast. Opponent played nothing. That's super weird. Let's just play the Infiltrator. I'm not sure what the opponent has in their hand. That they decided not to play anything when they have 3 mana available. I think we're gonna try to kill this unicorn here. The opponent has some sort of trick, it's fine. Okay. They have another one, that makes sense. Oh, I guess we play a Prowler. Hopefully we can find a land soon, so that we can double spell. So opponent finds a land, now they can use their unicorn to pump. They also have a priest, okay. What? Oh, I guess I'm blocking the unicorn. Oh, they have the indestructible thing now. Okay. Let's just kill that. Play a Ghast. Shambling Ghast can kill both their creatures here, which is pretty good. Unfortunately, we don't have any good way to deal with the Griffin that's about to come out. They just attack. Okay. I mean, we'll definitely take the 2-for-1 here. Do they have multiple search party captains? More unicorns, damn. Opponent found all their unicorns. Unfortunately for us, and we can't find our third land. Opponent's still attacking, and we're still gonna block the unicorn. I mean, they have something, they have something. Okay, so unicorn just dies. Oh my god, can we ever get a land? Okay, so next turn we're going to end the festivities. We already get the 3 for 1 here, which is definitely good enough. I think we trade here too. So it seems like they can save one. Okay, that's fine. Dispute. It's an interesting one. Yeah, I think we gotta do it. We're already down to 6, unfortunately. Gonna have a hard time dealing with the flyers now, though. So now they got this 1/1 plus the 2/3. Yeah. And we finally find a third land, but now we can't double spell anyway. Perfect. I mean, I guess we can dispute. We have to, I think. Okay, there's a surge. So that can kill the Griff. But we also have to sack that treasure. Oh, man. What a rough game. Not being able to find our third land before our 18th card was not ideal. I mean, I guess we're not dead yet, even though we are still super far behind. Okay, we are going down to 2 here. The opponent, okay, so yes, down to 2. So disgusting. And now we are officially dead. Well, we couldn't find any more lands, which, I mean, we kept 2 lands and we never found a third one. Pretty much, I mean, we found it, but we were already dead by then. That was like turn 10 when we found our third land. Okay, but we only need to get 2 more wins and we're done with this, so hopefully we can do it now. No more bad beats. Let's get it. Triple Blood Fountain Blood Shambling Ghast. Wow. Gonna try this, but It's really not great. We need to draw some action. And it seems like we are playing against another mono-white opponent. But at least this time we got spells to cast. So hopefully we're good here. So this opponent's playing Impassioned Orator, so I assume they're playing some more life gain based strategy. Maybe they're playing the unicorn that grows every time you gain life. That would definitely make sense. Oh, we're gonna trade here. For sure. I don't think we ever cycle this Blood Fountain, so I'm just gonna play it. We have infinite blood. Pretty much. I also don't want to cycle this End the Festivities, but if we have to, I guess that's fine. Oh, we're gonna take one. That's okay. Now I'm just gonna cycle. Okay, Shambling Ghast is good. We can pass. Still gonna wait on those festivities. See if the opponent actually commits like 1 or 2 more creatures into the board. Seems like a weird attack. Okay, they don't attack. They also don't play anything. Okay, so our curve in this deck ends on 2, so there's no card we can't play here. And since our opponent played absolutely nothing, I'm just gonna fire off this End of Festivities now. Killing 3 creatures is good enough. And we get to attack with this Epicure. If they want to trade with that, that's fine. Okay. More Shambling Ghasts. Okay, I mean, sure, we'll play the Shambling Ghast. That's fine. Ooh, and now they have a unicorn. That's a little bit more sus. Need to deal with that. Prowler. I don't want to cycle the Prowler either. I guess we can. We have triple Blood Fountain, so eventually we can get those back. Okay, Dispute is absolutely perfect. Actually, I don't think I'll attack yet. Because they're gonna activate their unicorn, and we want to have the bigger creature to block the like the 3/3. We should apply some pressure though. Let's attack. I think that's fine. Have a removal, kill shots. Okay. Okay, so we just passed now. Next turn we can activate our Blood Fountain. Or start activating those. Sure. The opponent attacks with their unicorn. We're gonna block with Epicure plus Ghast on the unicorn. Okay, that's fine. Take 4. Voltage Surge is actually really good here. Let's just kill the unicorn right away. And now I think we just pass and activate a Blood Fountain. We have to sack the treasure to do that, but it's fine. Want to get back our Prowler and Infiltrator? Or, yeah, probably that. I don't think we need the third Shambling Ghast right now. Oh, Body Dropper is real good. That one allows us to kill our Shambling Ghast on demand. Which is definitely something we are interested in so that we can kill their flyers. Imperial Oath, okay. That's an interesting card. I haven't seen this one before. Making 3 2/2s is pretty good. Actually gonna play the 6th land here so that we can activate our Body Dropper twice or activate our Blood Fountain. So the opponent, I don't think they can really attack. Pacifism, can't attack or block. I mean, sure. Not much we can do about that. And a unicorn, damn. That one is annoying. So I'm actually going to kill the Shambling Ghast. I'm gonna kill both Phantoms here. Because I think we can survive these attacks on the ground for now, even with the unicorn out. And next turn we can just use our Blood Fountain to bring back the Shambling Ghast, and then we get to kill the unicorn. But I think killing the flyers here is a more pressing matter at the moment. Oh, okay, that's even better. Now we can just Voltage Surge the unicorn. They might have the Griffin in hand. Kind of felt like that. But they don't. So their last card is a removal spell. It's probably just another kill shot. So actually, let's just sack the Blood Fountain right away because we can play one of the Shambling Ghasts. We have 1 extra mana. Okay, and now we are to the point where it seems like we're gonna be able to outgrind our opponent. Okay, that's fine. Now they're attacking. I mean, we're gonna block with everything. I think this is fine. Especially because we still have a Blood Fountain. So what do we want to get back now? Probably just Infiltrator and another Geist, or Ghast, or just a Prowler, really. Ghast is probably better because we can play it right away. Don't really want to play the Mountain at this point. We probably just want to cycle that with the Blood token. Okay, so opponent's officially down to nothing. And to be honest, we don't have much, but we have more than our opponent. Let's actually cycle the land first. See what we get. Surge, okay. Oh. Actually should have played the Infiltrator first because we would get a counter there, but it's fine. Can just pass. Just gonna sack the Body Dropper with the Dispute now. Huh. He's a treasure. Okay. I guess I'm just gonna sack this. The Body Dropper still has value because we still get to sacrifice creatures on demand. And that might be useful. Let's play the Infiltrator first this time. Let's do it right. Okay, and now I think we're super good here, even though our opponent's at 36. Another Infiltrator, that's perfect. Okay. Okay, so it looks like we're going to be able to outgrind monowhite once again. Okay, now we can sack our Tramway Station. And there we go. GG's, opponent. Get outgrinded, boy. So, final boss, 6-2. Let's see if we can get there. Okay. Time for the final boss. Let's get it. And our last opponent's going to be Joey D. And I mean, our hand is pretty fine. This is looking good. We need to find 1 or 2 more lands, ideally. And some creatures that are sacrifice fodder would also be nice, like a Shambling Ghast. Or an Epicure, but this is definitely a keep. And it is just another mono-white opponent. So we're grabbing a swamp here. I suppose our first play is just going to be a body dropper, because it can actively block both our opponent's creatures right now. And if we play the Infiltrator instead, they still get to attack, which is not perfect. Unicorn is okay, we already have one Surge. And it seems like our opponent's missing land drops, which is pretty good for us. We can just play a second dropper here. So the opponent has some sort of 1-mana interaction, so it's either the Humility or Humiliation or something to kill one of our creatures, or it is the card that gives something indestructible. And because of that, I think I'm just gonna Voltage Surge this Unicorn right now. Play an Infiltrator. Play the land. Pass the turn. Okay, opponent hit their land drops now. They keep on playing cards that draw other cards. And we keep on drawing some lands, which is fine. The opponent just passes. I don't think we'll fire off one of these disputes just yet. We could do it, but in sec like a body dropper probably. I don't really love it though. However, it would give us access to the second one by sacking the treasure, so we would draw 4 cards by sacking 1 body dropper pretty much. I think we can wait though. There we go. Now we find a Shambling Ghast and these cards just become infinitely better. That's definitely fine. So the opponent is playing a Griff out for threat value. And now we're just gonna dispute away this Shambling Ghast, triggering all 3 of our other creatures. And we get to kill, I guess, Dustguard for now. Blood Fountain's really good too. Maybe it's time to start attacking. I think we are already at that point where we can attack. Okay, that's a lot of damage, and let's just pass now. That's fine. Opponent just keeps on playing some low winnies. Opponent attacks us back. That's fine. We're just gonna take everything. Okay, now we just cycle our blood. And a dispute too. It's pretty good. I guess we have to dispute this Awakener. Holy. Okay. We have an Epicure as well. Now we can keep on applying some pressure to our opponent. They have a removal, that's fine. More blood fountains, great. Wanna just extend. It's okay. And now we can actually activate the blood fountain. The unicorn is scary, but they don't have enough mana right now. Yo! Mr. Nick, welcome back. 4 months, my man. Thank you so much for your support. How are you, man? I actually haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, let's just get rid of the unicorn before they play a land to activate it. And opponent just hits us, that's fine. No blocks. You're good? I'd like to hear that, man. So let's activate the blood fountain here. Get back an Infiltrator and a Geist, or a Ghast. I'm doing great too, man. How was your New Year Eve? Did you have fun? Okay, now this is lethal, so the opponent needs to start jumping. Got back to work, yeah. We got the whole week of vacation, that's perfect, man. So good. And opponent's got another removal spell. It's kinda rude. Guess we can just sack the dropper. Oh, are they gonna board wipe themselves to kill our dropper? Oh, I'm all about that, yes. Give me that good old 1 for 5. I love to see it. Damn, you love to see that. You were just playing Destiny until 7 AM? I mean, I'm sure that was pretty fun, to be honest. And okay, I think that once again we've successfully grinded out monowhite. So if we attack like this, they could kill both our infiltrators, but they board wipe themselves again. And we're still far ahead. We still have another blood fountain, so I think this is fine. If they want to board wipe themselves again. Okay, they just killed 1. That's okay. Bonus down to 6. And back to 8 now. They find a couple overseers in a row. That's pretty good. Okay, so I think we can play this Prowler and leave up triple body drop activation. Let's attack like this. Opponent's gonna need a little bit more damage there if they want to try to kill that. Yeah. GG's, we got there, finally. Pauper is done. Decathlon number 2 completed. Whew. It was rough. It took us some tries to do this, but when I actually made my own deck, we finally did it. So that's a lesson for you kids. Say no to net decking. There we go.